And we welcome you to Yankee Stadium in New York for tonight's Major League Baseball 1978 American League Strat replay. Will go doubleheader action as the Yankees take on the White Sox and the Milwaukee Brewers will visit Memorial Stadium to take on the Orioles. Hello, everybody. Sports Time Machine will bring you a doubleheader of baseball action. Let's go ahead and get to the games tonight. These should be April 13th games. They are, no, sorry, April 15th, 1978. It's Francisco Barrios on the mound for the 2 and 4 White Sox, and the Yankees come in at 500. It's Ed Figueroa. Let's get to the action. For the White Sox, it will be Gar, Lemon, Orta, Bonds, Johnson, Bloomberg, Soderholm, Kessinger, and Nordhagen. Figueroa on the mound. He's 1-0 with a 4.26 ERA. Gave up 6 hits over 6 innings of work. Play ball from Yankee Stadium. Figueroa on the mound. Here's the pitch to Ralph Gar. We are underway. And Ralph Gar with the line drive in the gap. Jackson with the sliding catch, and there's one away. Here's Chet Lemon hitting .480, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. Figueroa with the windup. Here's the pitch to Lemon. And Lemon with a drive to deep left center field. That's over Mickey Rivers' head. That'll be a triple for Chet Lemon. So Chet Lemon triples with 1 out. And here's George Orta, runner on third with 1 out for Figueroa. The Yankees will play the infield back. They'll concede the first run. Here's the pitch to Orta. And that's going to be a line drive caught by Randolph, and there's 2 outs. And here's Bobby Bonds hitting .238, 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. Yankee Stadium, singles only on a 1. Home runs from lefties is a 1-15. Home runs to righties is a 1-8. Figueroa from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a foul out to the catcher, and the White Sox will leave a runner at third. We go to the bottom of the first inning. White Sox nothing. Yankees coming up to bat. Francisco Barrios went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. No record with a 5.06 ERA in his first start. Willie Randolph will lead off. He's 13 of 26, hitting an even .500. Barrios with a windup. Here's the pitch to Randolph, and that's going to be a fly ball left field, picked up by Gar. He dropped the ball right in his glove. He thought he had it, lost it. Randolph slides in the second with a 2-base error. So now Randolph he can probably go ahead and steal third. Rivers bats, hitting only .214, starting slow. Barrios from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Rivers, and that's going to be a line drive caught by Lamar Johnson. 1 away. Here's Jim Spencer. He's only been up 6 times with 2 hits, 2 extra base hits. Barrios from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Spencer, and that's a pop up to short. Kessinger makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's Jackson through 21 at bats. He's 7 of 21, home run and 6 RBIs, hitting an even .333. Barrios from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Reggie. And Reggie hits a dry base hit for Jackson. Randolph scores, and Jackson with an RBI base hit. 1-0 New York. Here's Chris Chambliss hitting an even .370. No home runs, 2 RBIs. Barrios from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Chambliss. Struck him out. We played 1-0 New York. Lamar Johnson followed by Ron Bloomberg and Eric Soderholm, the bat for the White Sox against Ed Figueroa. Figueroa with the windup. Here's the pitch to Lamar Johnson. And Lamar Johnson line drive right at dent, 1 away. Here's Bloomberg hitting .421, 19 at bats, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. Figueroa with the windup pitch to Bloomberg. That's a fly ball to center. Rivers is coming in, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's Eric Soderholm with 2 outs, 22 at bats, home run, 2 ribbies. Figueroa with the windup. Here's the pitch to Soderholm. And that's a ground ball to short. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0 Yanks. White followed by Johnson and Dent. Barrios looks in. Here's a sign pitch to Roy White. And that's going to be a base hit for Roy White. He continues his solid hitting, scolding the ball. Here's Cliff Johnson. Surprising he's in the lineup against the righty today. Munson getting the day off. Right-handed bat. Barrios from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Cliff. And that's going to be a strikeout for Francisco Barrios. 1 away. Here's Bucky Dent. Dent hitting only .130 and 23 ABs. Barrios from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Dent. And that's going to be a walk to Dent. Now there's 2 on and 1 out for Mickey Cutts. 2 for 2 in the actual IRL regular season. So this will be his only game of the year. Let's see if he gets his 2 hits and bats his even 1,000. Barrios from the stretch. First and second, one out, and it's going to be a pass ball. Gets past Nordhagen. Second and third, and one out. White Sox still playing the infield back. Here's the pitch from Barrios. And that's going to be a base hit for Mickey Klutz. He gets one of his two hits. Yankees lead 2-0. First and third, one out for Willie Randolph. Barrios from the stretch. First and third, 2-0. The pitch to Willie. And that's going to be a ground ball to short, and he'll get a double play out of it. 6-4-3. We play 2-0 Yanks. Top of the third, Yankee Stadium. And now here's Don Kessinger. These are Saturday ball games. And here's Figueroa with the windup and pitch to Kessinger. That's a pop up to short. Dent with the catch, and there's one away. Here's Wayne Nordhagen. Figueroa with the windup. Here's the pitch to Nordhagen. That's going to be a double to center field over Rivers' head. Nordhagen the second, and there's one away. Here's Ralph Gar. Gar 0 for 1 to fly out. Figueroa from the stretch. Runner on second, one out, pitch to Gar. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Jackson going to have a problem getting to it. Makes the catch. Let's see if Nordhagen wants to run here. That is going to be, he's going to try. Oh, doesn't get the auto advance, so he'll hold that second base. 2 outs. Here's Chet Lemon. Tripled his first time up, was stranded. Figueroa from the stretch. Runner on second, 2 outs. Pitch to Lemon. And that's a ground ball to third. Klutz with the play, makes the play. We go to the bottom of the third. New York 2, Chicago nothing. Rivers, Spencer, Jackson, the bat for the Yanks here in the third against Francisco Barrios. Barrios with a windup. Here's the pitch to Rivers. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Lemon scoots over, makes the catch, and there's one away. Here's Spencer. He's 0 for 1. Barrios with the windup. Pitch to Spencer. That's going to be a struck him out, 2 away. And now here's Reggie Jackson, 1 for 1 with a ribby. Barrios with a windup, pitch to Jackson. And that's going to be a fly ball deep right field. Back goes Lemon, and it is gone. Reggie with the home run. And the Yankees paint the fence today. Runs in the first, second, and third. Home run for Jackson. And the Yankees lead it 3-0. So here's Chambliss, 0 for 1. Barrios with the windup, pitch to Chambliss. And that's a line drive to deep right center field. That could go. That's going to be back-to-back home runs. That is Reggie Jackson, followed by Chris Chambliss, his first home run of the year. Yankees lead at 4-0. And here's Roy White. Through 20 at-bats, we didn't mention earlier, he has a double, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs, hitting a scolding 550. Barrios with a windup. Here's the pitch to White. And White with a line drive caught by Orta, the retired aside. But the Yankees get 2 on back-to-back home runs by Jackson and Chambliss. Yankees 4, White Sox nothing. Here's Orta, Bonds, and Johnson, the bat in the fourth. Figueroa looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Orta. And that's going to be a fly ball right field. Jackson comes in, makes the catch, and there's one away. Here's Bonds. Bonds fouled out his first time up. Figueroa looks in. Here's the sign, the Bonds. And that's going to be a drive to left field. That's trouble. That's off the wall. Bonds will have a double with one away. So Bobby Bonds gets a 1-out double. Here's Lamar Johnson. He's 0 for 1. Figueroa from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out. Pitch to Lamar Johnson. That's a struck him out. Oh, Ed Figueroa threw that tough slider. 2 outs in the fourth for Ronnie Bloomberg, who hits in the clutch a little bit. Figueroa from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Ronnie Bloomberg. That's going to be ground ball to second. Randolph gets it, throws them out, and we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Yankees 4, White Sox nothing. This is now Ed Figueroa wins 20 games in a season, pitches well enough, gets run support. 4-0 New York here in the fourth. Barrios with a windup to Cliff Johnson, 0 for 1. Johnson pops the third. Soderholm makes the catch. And there's one away. Here is Bucky Dent. He has walked his first time up. It was his first walk of the season. Barrios with a windup, pitch to Dent. And that's a ground ball to second. Orta throws him out, and there's 2 outs. Here's Mickey Klutz. Again, he's looking for that perfect 2 for 2 for the regular season. Had a double in his only game of the year. Barrios with a windup. Here's the pitch to Klutz. And that's another double. This time it's a double for Klutz, just like he did in the regular game. So Mickey Klutz has his 2 hits. So runner on second with 1 man out for 2 outs for Willie Randolph. 0 for 2 with the run scored. Barrios from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive caught by Kessinger to retire the side. We played four here in New York. It's New York 4, Chicago nothing. Soderholm, Kessinger, and Nordhagen will bat here in the fifth. Figueroa looks in. Here's a sign to Soderholm. That's going to be a ground ball to third, picked up by Klutz. This will be a problem. He doesn't. He throws it over Chambliss's head. Now lands in the dugout, and they'll give two bases to that throw. So Klutz with the error. Runner on third. No man out for Don Kessinger now. Figueroa now has to get out of this inning after the Klutz mistake. Figueroa from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Kessinger. And that's going to be a pop to first. Chambliss with the catch, and there's one away. Here's Nordhagen, 1-for-1 with a double. Figueroa from the stretch. Runner on third and one out, trying to get something going here. And the pitch, the fly ball to center, hit at Rivers. Cannot make the catch, and he dropped the ball too. Oh, the wind is swirling, went off Rivers' glove, goes to the wall. Nordhagen the second. Yankees lead it 4-1. A two-base error gets Nordhagen the second. That's an unearned run, and the White Sox still have the inning going. Now here's Ralph Garr. He's 0 for 2. Figueroa from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Garr. Garr with a ground ball to first. Chambliss takes it to the bag himself as Nordhagen moves to third. Now he can score on a wild pitch. Figueroa, has he been a little bit wild pitch happy? Not really. Balk's not a problem. Wild pitch is about 25%, so it's a little bit. He should be. He hopefully doesn't uncork one here. Figueroa working from the stretch. Nordhagen taking a good lead off third base. Here's the pitch to Lemon. And that's going to be a line drive caught by Dent to retire the side. But the White Sox do get a run. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's New York 4 and the White Sox 1. Rivers, Spencer, and Jackson. Of course, stay tuned for the second half of our doubleheader today. The Milwaukee Brewers go to Memorial Stadium to take on the Baltimore Orioles. Barrios with the windup. Here's the pitch to Rivers. And that's a fly ball to right field. Bonds is underneath it, makes the catch and one away. Here's Spencer. 0 for 2 so far. Barrios with the windup, the pitch to Spencer. And Spencer, it's a line drive to deep right center field. That's going to be over the head. It's a triple from Spencer. So Spencer heads the third with a triple with one out. Here's Jackson. 2 for 2, a single and a home run, his second of the year. White Sox will play the infield in. They can't allow any more runs. Barrios from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Jackson. And that's going to be a catch act behind the plate. Does Nordhagen make the play? No, it's going to be a wild pitch probably. And it does. It's a wild pitch, allowing the run to score. New York leads it 5-1. And Jackson will now come up with no men on with one out. Barrios with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a drive to right center field and deep. Back goes Lemon off the top of the wall. Jackson is a triple from the cycle. He has a double. So Jackson on at second with one man out. Here's Chambliss, who homered after Jackson his last at bat. Barrios from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Chambliss. And Chambliss a line drive in the gap, past Lemon to the wall. Jackson scores. Chambliss the second, and the Yankees have opened up a 6-1 ball game. And now here's Roy White, 1 for 2. And that could be all for Francisco Barrios. So let's look at his stats. Ooh, we got lefty mashers coming on deck. Don't want to put a lefty in this situation, so Barrios will stay out there and pitch to White. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. That is Kessinger, throws him out, and that's 2 outs, and that might be all. You might now see someone else pitch to dude. You want to keep a righty in here, so Barrios, unless the White Sox decide to keep to a righty pitcher. Let's see who is in their bullpen. Again, it was Ron Schuler, kind of got used and abused one of our last games. Again, White Sox bullpen, nothing to write home about. They'll leave Francisco Barrios out there from the stretch. Runner on second, 2 out, pitch to Cliff Johnson. And he has a fly ball to center. Lemon with the catch, and the side is retired. Yankees tack on 2. We played 5 here at the stadium. Yankees 6, White Sox 1. We'll head to the 6th as, again, our doubleheader game. The Brewers and Orioles will follow after this one. Let's go ahead and say hello and see if anybody has come in to our venue tonight. Looks like we're still taken away. Not many people were at RJL's matchup tonight, so kind of was thinking we're not going to have too busy of a game. It's going to have to be a game. People are going to watch this on replay tonight. So the games today are the Yankees and White Sox from April 15th, and then we'll move to Memorial Stadium for those watching it on replay. It will be the Brewers taking on the Orioles. So Orta followed by Bonds and Johnson. Figueroa with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive caught. That's where the singles on a one really helps Figueroa. One away in the sixth. Here's Bonds. 1 for 1, 1 for 2 with a double. Figueroa looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Bonds. And Bonds mashes one for a base hit. 2 hits for Bonds. White Sox 5th hit of the ball game. There's Lamar Johnson. He's 0 for 2. Figueroa from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Johnson. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Randolph should turn 2 on it. Oh, he does not. The only play he has the first. And Bonds will move this. Oh, it's a base hit because it was a held base hit. Randolph was the man responsible for covering second. It gets past him for the base hit. First and third for 1 out for Ronnie Bloomberg. First and third, 1 out. Figueroa from the stretch. First and third, 1 out. Bloomberg trying to get the White Sox back in it. 4-9, ground ball to short. That's Dent. It's the only play he's going to. Oh, is he going to be held responsible? Let's see. Yes, he does. It's another base hit. Let's see. Another hold on effect. So it's a base hit. Takes third. So it's going to be a base hit for Bloomberg. It's now a 6-2 ball game. And now here's Soderholm. So Figueroa struggling a little bit here from the stretch. 6-2 Yankees in the sixth. Pitches to Eric Soderholm. That's going to be a fly ball, shallow left field. White is there. Lamar Johnson can score on a 1-15. He's going to throw for the runner. Not in time. It's 6-3 Yankees. So the White Sox claw back with 2 in the sixth. 6-3. Runner on first, 2 outs for Don Kessinger, who's 0 for 2. Coming up the hot bat, he's 7 for 21, 4 RBIs. Figueroa from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to limp out for Kessinger to come out the ball game. Oh, that's a tough one. So we'll probably be looking at Greg Pryor coming in, one of the better, I guess, replacements in this case. So Greg Pryor will come in and play shortstop for the Whites. Again, injuries are only game-only injuries. Bottom of the sixth, 6-3 Yanks. Dent, Klutz, and Randolph. The bats, since they're only in the sixth inning, Klutz will remain in the game. Or he might not, unless he can pull a walk somewhere. Berrios with a windup. Here's the pitch to Dent. And that's a line drive to third. Now here comes Klutz. He is 2 for 2. He has his 2 hits that he had actually during the regular season. Berrios with a windup. We'll see if we get a walk here. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. It's going to be an at-bat. Picks up the play and gets to the bag in time. So Mickey Klutz is actually 2 for 3. Here's Willie Randolph with 2 outs. Berrios with the windup. Pitch to Randolph. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Lemon is there. Makes the catch as we go to the 7th inning. The score is Yankees 6, White Sox 3. Nettles was on the bench for this team. 3E37 for Stanley. There might have been a reason he might have been sick or something. So Fred Stanley will come in and play third base for Mickey Klutz, who actually got his 3 at-bats of his Yankee 1978 season. So we'll go ahead, since we're in the 7th inning and changes can be made, we'll go ahead and take Klutz out of there. So Figueroa will come in the 7th inning. Now a 3-run lead. Yankees out hitting him 9-7. Yankees have committed 2 errors. Here's a pitch from Figueroa to Nordhagen. That's another double for Nordhagen. That goes to the wall. It's a double for Wayne. Runner on second, nobody out. Figueroa from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Gar. And that's going to be a pop-up to short. Dent with the play. Makes the catch. And here's Lemon. 1 for 3 of the triple. Figueroa with a stretch. Here's the pitch to Lemon. And Lemon, the liner, caught by Dent. There's 2 outs. And here's Orta. Orta 0 for 3. Figueroa from the stretch. Pitch to Orta. And that's a pop-up to short. This will do it. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 6-3 Yanks. So now here's Rivers, followed by Spencer and Jackson. Berrios still on the mound. Wind up to Mick. And there's going to be a pop to short. So Francisco Berrios kind of keeping himself in this game. Now he'll pitch to Spencer here. Berrios with the windup. Here's the pitch to Spencer. And that's going to be a fly ball left field. Guard is there. It's over his head. He'll probably score. Oh, my. Let's see if he scores. Spencer gets the third. A double and a 1-base error on Gar. So a runner on third with 1 out. for Reggie Jackson, who was a triple from a cycle. He had 5 triples on the season. Yes, he gets it on a 2-6. And does he triple off the pitcher's card? Yes, he does. 6-5 on a 1-6. So 30% chances for Reggie to hit the cycle. Barrios from the stretch. Runner on third, 1 out, pitch to Reggie. And Jackson with a base at the left field. He's 4 for 4. Spencer scores, and the Yankees lead 7-3. Barrios from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Jackson, to Chambliss now. Walked him. There's 2 outs. That's going to be all, I believe. White, the batter. Now, you're probably going to have to bring in a righty. And probably Ron Schuler will be the best opportunity guy here. He'll come in and pitch. So he's the new pitcher, 1-1, 6.75 ERA, 7 hits over 7 innings. Schuler from the stretch. Here's the pitch to White. And that's going to be a line drive to deep right field. Back goes Bonds. Leaps, makes the great catch. Oh, what a catch. He'll go all the way to third and doesn't. Jackson had a hole. What a throw by Bonds getting it back in. So now here's Cliff Johnson. 7-3 ball game favor of the Yanks. Schuler from the stretch. And that's going to be a struck him out. Great job by Schuler. Great catch by Bonds. We go to the 8th. It's 7-3 Yankees in the 8th inning. So 7-3 Yankees in the 8th. We'll see how much longer we can probably go here. We want to try to complete this. Here's Bonds. He's 2 for 3 with a double. Figueroa with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a walk to Bonds. So Figueroa is now on life support. And the Yankee bullpen is up, and that would include Gossage. Figueroa from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Lamar Johnson. And that's a line drive at depth for 1 away. Here's Bloomberg, 1 for 3. Figueroa from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 man out. Pitch to Bloom. Bloomberg line drive caught by Randolph. 2 outs. Here's Soderholm. Sacrifice fly and an RBI his last time up. Figueroa from the stretch. 2 outs here in the 8th. And that's a ground ball to short. Goes to second. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees 7, White Sox 3. So now here's Schuler on the mound to pitch to Dent, Stanley, and Randolph. Schuler with the windup. Here's the pitch to Dent. And that will be a fly ball in the left field. Mello, he can't make it again. Dent cannot make the play. Drops it in front of him. Base hit for Bucky Dent. Here is Stanley. This is his first official at-bat of the season. Schuler from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive base hit for Fred Stanley. How about that? He gets a hit. First and second, nobody out for Randolph, who's 0 for 4. Schuler from the stretch. 2 on, nobody out. And the pitch. Walked him, and the bases are loaded of Yankees in the 8th for Mickey Rivers, who's 0 for 4. White Sox playing the infield and bases loaded, nobody out. Schuler from the stretch. And the pitch. Line drive, base hit for Rivers. Yankees lead 8-3. They'll keep the merry-go-round going. It's 8-3 Bombers. Here's Spencer, 2 for 4 with a triple. Schuler from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to be ground ball to first. They'll go home. They do. No, they go to short. So the run will score, making it 9-3, but they go 3-6-3 for the double play. Here's Jackson. Again, a triple from the cycle. He's 4 for 4. Schuler from the stretch and the pitch. That will be a walk to Jackson. He keeps his perfect day going. First and third, 2 outs for Chambliss, who's 2 for 3, a home run and a double. Schuler from the stretch and a pitch to Chambliss. And that's a fly ball center field. That is Lemon. Makes the catch to retire the side. Yankees score 2. We had the 9th. It's 9-3 New York. So now in the 9th, Craig Pryor up for the first time, followed by Nordhagen and Gar. Figueroa looking for that complete game. Here's the pitch from Figueroa to Pryor. And that's going to be a ground fly ball left field. Tough play for White. Comes in and makes the catch. And there's 1 away in the 9th. Here's Nordhagen, 1 away. Wayne Nordhagen, 2 for 2 with 2 doubles so far. Figueroa with the windup and the pitch. And there's a base hit for Nordhagen. He's 3 for 3. So now here's Ralph Gar, 0 for 4 so far. Figueroa from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Gar. And that will be a fly ball center field. Rivers comes in, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. And now here's Lemon, 1 for 4 with the triple. Figueroa from the stretch. Runner on first and 2 outs. The pitch is going to be a ground ball to second. Randolph should make the play. He does, and the ball game is over. The Yankees win this one by the score of 9-3. Quick scoring update. Yankees win 9-3, 9-14-2. White Sox 3-9-2. Winner is Figueroa, goes all way. 9 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. Barrios takes the loss. 6 1/3, 11 hits, 7 runs, and 4 earned. So that is it. Ball game here in New York. Jackson with 4 hits and 3 RBIs is our player of the game. And now we'll go to the Brewers and Orioles. We'll go and head to that one for the second game of our doubleheader. And for starting pitchers, we Jerry Augustine on the mound, taking on the legend Jim Palmer. Day game, Memorial Stadium on April 15th, 1978. And we'll get to the lineups as they come at you today. This will be the first start of the year for Palmer, while Jerry Augustine has already made 2 starts. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 1.65. Let's head to the ballpark as we play game 2 between the Brewers and Orioles. Game 2 of this series, Jim Palmer on the mound was actually 21-12, 2.46 ERA, and he didn't even have a first start of the season yet. So this is a fine season for Jim. If I remember right, he was the American League starting pitcher that was 77. This is 78, but Palmer still an excellent season. Palmer looks in, pitches them. This is the lineup so far: Mulder, Money, Cooper, Heisel, Ogilvy, Lascano, Bando, Thomas, and Echebarren gets the start. Orioles defensively is Renicky, Bunbury, Lopez, DeCinces, Belanger, Dower, and Murray, with Dempsey behind the plate and Palmer pitching. Big Jim with the pitch. And the pitch is going to be a line drive, base hit for Mulder. Singles are 1-4 here in Baltimore. Home runs 1-4, and Mulder gets the 20% single. So now let's see if he wants to run. Here comes Mulder. The throw to second is Dempsey throws him out for the first out of the ball game. Here's Don Money hitting .476, home run and 6 ribbies. Palmer with the windup and pitch to Money. And Money a single to center field. So Palmer's given up 2 hits. Now here's Cooper. Palmer from the stretch. Cooper hitting .296, home run, 6 RBIs. That's a strikeout for 2 outs. Here's Heisel hitting .320, a home run and 3 ribbies. Palmer from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that will be a fly ball center field. Bunbury comes in, makes the catch. 1/2 inning of play. Brewers nothing. Here come the Orioles. In this matchup, the Brewers are 5-1, while the Orioles are 3-3. So here's Bunbury. Augustine, like we said, 1-0, 2 starts, 16 innings, 13 hits allowed. So far, pitching quite a good ball game. Augustine from the windup and the pitch. That's a pop up to short. Mulder is there, makes the catch, and here's Belanger. Augustine with the windup. Here's the pitch to Belanger. That's a double to center field for Belanger over Thomas's head, and it's a stand-up double for Belanger. Here is Renicky. 2 for 8 RBI, has that wicked card versus lefties. Augustine from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and that's a hit by pitch. So Augustine hits him first and second, 1 out for Murray, hitting .320, 2 RBIs on the season. Augustine from the stretch pitches to Murray, and Murray hits a liner right at Mulder for out number 2. Here's Lee May hitting .87, 3 RBIs. Augustine from the stretch and the pitch. And Augustine, deep fly, left field. Heisel at the track, makes the catch. 1 inning of play. Milwaukee nothing and Baltimore nothing. This is game 2 of our Major League Baseball doubleheader for the evening. So now here's Ogilvy, followed by Lascano and Bando. Palmer with the windup. Here's the pitch to Ogilvy. That's a ground ball to first. Murray with the play and 1 away. Palmer looks in. Lascano hitting .273, home run and 5 ribbies. Palmer with the windup and pitch to Lascano. That's a strikeout to Lascano. Palmer has his second K. Palmer now looks in, pitches to Bando. Here's the windup. And that's going to be, he gets hurt. So Bando, but he'll stay in the game. So Bando stays in the game on the injury. We go to the bottom of the second. Milwaukee nothing, Baltimore nothing. DeCinces, followed by Lopez and Dempsey. Augustine looks in, left-handed, pitches to DeCinces, the right-handed batter. And the pitch is going to be line drive, base hit for DeCinces. Here is Carlos Lopez. Of course, this is Earl Weaver doing the early analytics. Augustine from the stretch pitches to Lopez. And that's a fly ball right field. Lascano comes in, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Here's Dempsey. Dempsey so far hitting .313, a double. Augustine from the stretch pitches to Dempsey. Base hit center field. They'll hold the runner at second. DeCinces holds, and the Orioles got 2 on and 1 out for Rich Dower, hitting 200 through 10 at bats. Augustine from the stretch pitches to Dower, and Dower hits a line drive base hit. That will score a run. Dempsey will stop at third. Orioles lead 1-0 as RBI single for Rich Dower. Here's Bunbury. 0 for 1. Augustine from the stretch pitches to Bunbury, and that's ground ball to second. Gets the double play, and the side is retired. Baltimore gets a run. They don't strain anyone with the double play. It's 1-0 Baltimore heading to the top of the third inning. Top of the third, we are in MLB 1978 replay, April 15th, 1978, a weekend game, and it's Thomas, Etchebarren, and Molitor. Palmer with the pitch. To Gorman Thomas hitting 292, surprisingly, line drive to short. Belanger there with the catch. Here's Etchebarren, 0 for 3 so far on the young season. He only had 5 at bats. This will probably be his last game as a Brewer. Palmer with the windup pitches to Etchebarren. That's a fly ball in the right field. That could be playable. It is by Carlos Lopez. Again, lefty on the mound, no Singleton. Palmer looks in. Molitor 1 for 1. Singleton got caught stealing. Here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball back to the mound. Throws them out for 2 outs. Or the third out, my fault. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Baltimore 1, Milwaukee nothing. Milwaukee coming in 5-1. The Orioles at 500. Belanger will bat, followed by Renicky and Murray. Augustine with the windup pitches to Belanger, and that's a liner caught by Molitor, 1 away. Here's Renicky, got hit by a pitch his first time up. Augustine with the windup and the pitch. That's a ground ball to second. Money throws him out, 2 outs. Now here's Eddie Murray, 0 for 1, batting right-handed against the left-handed Augustine. Still looking for his first. He has had 2 doubles and 2 ribbies so far. Augustine with the windup. Here's the pitch to Murray, and that's a ground ball to second. Throws them out. We played 3 quick innings here at Memorial Stadium. Baltimore 1, Milwaukee nothing. Money followed by Cooper and Heisel, the bat here in the 4th. Palmer getting in here, his first start of the season. Palmer with the windup and pitches to Money. And he pops up the third. DeCinces with the catch and 1 away. Here's Cooper. 0 for 1 with the strikeouts. Had 3 doubles and a homer, 6 RBIs on the young season. Palmer with the windup. Pitches to Cooper. And that will be a pop up the first. Murray is there 2 away. And here's Heisel, who's 0 for 1. Palmer looks in, the big leg kick, pitches to Larry Heisel, and that's a liner again. The ballpark results favor the pitcher here in Baltimore. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Baltimore holding on to a 1-0 lead. So Jerry Augustine comes out down by a run. Will pitch to May, DeCinces, and Lopez. Augustine with the windup pitches to May, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. Bando with the long throw gets him for 1 out. Here's DeCinces, 2 doubles, a homer, and 3 RBIs. Single his last time up. Augustine with the windup pitches to him, and that's a ground ball to third. Bando again, long throw, 2 outs. He's exhibiting that arm he had in Oakland all those years. 2 outs in the 4th for Lopez. Lopez flied out his first time up. Exclusively usually plays against lefties. Augustine looks in, gets the big kick in the windup, and that's going to be another liner caught by Molitor, and we played 4 in Baltimore. It's B-More 1, Milwaukee nothing. 1-4-0 for Baltimore, 0-2-0 for the Brew Crew. Top of the 5th here at Memorial Stadium. Top of the 5th of our Major League Baseball 1978 doubleheader. As this is the second game. We want to flash back. The Yankees played the White Sox in game 1 of our doubleheader this evening. Palmer against Ogilvy now. Ogilvy followed by Lascano and Bando. Palmer with the windup pitch to Ogilvy. That's a fly ball to left field. Renicky is there, makes the catch. Here's Lascano. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. Palmer with the windup pitches to Lascano, and that's a fly ball to center. Bunbury is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's Bando. 0 for 1. Palmer with the windup pitches to Bando. And that's going to be a strikeout for Palmer. What an outing for Big Jim. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Baltimore 1, Milwaukee nothing. Dempsey comes up, followed by Dower and Bunbury. Augustine, the lefty, has pitched great this year. Is already his 3rd start of the season. Augustine with the windup pitches to Dempsey. and struck him out. Augustine, good slider away, one away. Here's Dower, 1 for 1 with a double. Augustine looks in, big leg kick, pitch to Dower, and that's a liner caught by Molitor. 2 outs in the fifth. Here's Bunbury, he's 0 for 2. 26 at bats, 2 RBIs, hitting 308. Augustine with a big windup and pitch to Bunbury, and that's all sixes. Fly ball to center. Thomas Waits makes the catch, and we played 5 here in Baltimore. Orioles 1, Brewers nothing. Again, we go to the sixth inning, got a little time. Orioles scored a run in the second. So far, Augustine has given up 4 hits, 1 run that was earned. That's been it. Palmer's gone 5, getting up 2 hits, struck out 3. RBI was by Dower, doubles by Belanger, and so far, so good. This is again an April 15th Saturday afternoon game. We go to the top of the sixth inning where it will be Gorman Thomas, Etchebarren, and Molitor, the bat for the Brew Crew, here in the sixth inning. Sixth inning, it'll be Thomas followed by Etchebarren and Molitor. Palmer with a windup pitch to Gorman. And that's going to be a strikeout for Gorman Thomas. And here's Andy Etchebarren. He's 0 for 1. He's about hit his max for at bats. Palmer with a windup pitch to Etchebarren. And that's a ground ball to short. Belanger is almost perfect. He makes it, throws him out, and there's 2 outs. Nice, steady throw by Belanger. And here's Molitor, who's 1 for 2. Had a single back in the first, and then got thrown out by Dempsey on an attempted steal. Palmer with the windup. Here's the pitch to Molitor, and that's going to be a deep drive to left field and deep. Back goes Bunbury, way back, runs out of room. It's gone. Paul Molitor homers, and the Brewers tie this game at 1-1 in the sixth. So now here's Don Money, 1 for 2 with a single. Palmer with the windup pitches to Don Money, and that's a ground ball back to the mound. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Milwaukee 1, Baltimore 1. Belanger, Renicky, and Murray to bat in the sixth. Augustine looks in, pitches to Belanger, and that's going to be a grind drive to second. Money with the play now. Augustine gives a little extended of his life right now. Looking at the Milwaukee Brewer bullpen, again, Mike Caldwell yet to get in this rotations. Again, he could be used as an emergency closer. Augustine looks in. Here's a pitch to Renicky. And that's going to be a walk to Renicky with 1 out. So now Augustine has to deal with a very difficult middle lineup, followed by Murray, May, and DeCinces. Augustine from the stretch. Run first and 1 out. Pitch to Murray. Ground ball to first. I'll get the runner over to second. Cooper's only plays the first, and there's 2 outs. So Renicky now at second. A clutch situation for Lee May. Doesn't hit well in the clutch. So now here's Augustine pitching to a tough May. Has a tough DeCinces on deck. If you're maybe look at it, no, not back in the day. Augustine's going to have to challenge May here. Runner on second, 2 out, pitch to May. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Throws them out. We go to the top of the seventh inning. Milwaukee 1, Baltimore 1. Great little ball game here at Memorial Stadium. Milwaukee 1 run on 3 hits. Baltimore 1 run on 4 hits as we head to the top of the seventh. So now it's going to be Cooper, Heisel, Liscano to bat. Palmer looks in, 1-1 tie, not going anywhere. Doesn't seem like he's had any problems with fatigue. Here's the pitch to Cooper, and that's going to be a strikeout for Palmer, his 5th of the ball game. Here's Heisel. Palmer to Heisel, who's 0 for 2. Here's the windup to Heisel, and that's a strikeout for Palmer. So he has 6 now. Now here's Ogilvy. Ogilvy now hitting a nice, healthy 438, 16 at-bats, 2 homers, 3 ribbies. Palmer with the windup. Here's a pitch to Ogilvy, and he hits a ground ball to first. Murray takes to the bag. 3 up, 3 down for Big Jim. 7th inning stretch here at Memorial Stadium. Milwaukee 1, Baltimore 1. DeCinces followed by Lopez and Dempsey. So Augustine now works the 7th inning. Augustine looks in. Here's the windup to Dempsey, and that's going to be a line drive. Base, no, caught by Molitor. Single only 1 to 4, got rung up to 9. Here's Lopez. He's 0 for 2. Dempsey to bat after. Augustine looks in. Here's the pitch to Lopez. That's all 6. Back to the pitcher. Augustine throws him out, 2 away. And now here's Dempsey. Single back in the second. So far, the Brewers are Beemore has been out hitting Milwaukee today 4-3 with 2 outs in the 7th. A total pitching matchup. Total pitchers duel between Palmer and Augustine. Augustine the windup. Here's the pitch to Dempsey. And Dempsey, ground ball to second. Money throws him out. We played 7. Milwaukee 1, Beemore 1. Again, Beemore with 4 hits. Milwaukee with 3. Lascano, Bando, and Thomas the bat. Palmer stays out there. Lascano so far 0 for 2 through 24 at bats, only has 2 doubles and a homer. Palmer with the windup. Here's the pitch to Lascano. Ground ball to short. Throws them out 1 away in the 8th. Here's Bando now. Bando's 0 for 2, still hitting well in the early season. 22 at bats, 2 ribbies, hitting .364. Palmer with a big leg kick and the pitch to Bando. That's a fly ball center field. That's Bunbury will make the running catch. Good play by Al Bunbury. Not great with range, but made a night came up. He used that speed to make it up. 2 outs in the 8th for Gorman Thomas. He's hit extremely well this year. 3 home runs on the regular season, hitting not too badly, .269. So let's see if Palmer gives him something fat there. Palmer with the windup. Big pitch to Gorman Thomas. He doesn't. Fly ball to right field. Lopez with the catch. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, still tied at 1. Dower, Bunbury, and Belanger with pinch hitters you can use. Dower 2 for 2, lone RBI for Baltimore so far. Augustine looks in, gets the sign. Augustine stays out there, and the pitch. Base hit center field for Dower, his second of the ball game. Bunbury probably could bunt. Weaver's waving it off as usual. Let's see if Dower can't steal. He's definitely not going anywhere. So now Andy Etchebarren stays in the game. Bunbury to swing here. Augustine from the stretch. Pitches to him. That's going to be a pop up to first. Cooper with the catch, and there's 1 away in the 8th. Belanger 1 for 3 with a double so far. Augustine from the stretch. Runner on first. On deck is Renicky. Might see a righty if he gets on. Augustine looks in. Belanger to bat and the pitch. Ground ball to second. And now you make the decision. What do you do? Do you walk Renicky, something you probably didn't do back in the day? Then you pitch to the rest of these guys. And guess what? That might be all for Jerry Augustine. 1-1 ball game. And now, do you have a righty who can get people out? And it probably will be Eduardo, or I believe his name is just like the pitcher in baseball right now, Eduardo Rodriguez. Yeah, he'll come in 1-0, 4.76 ERA, has a save, has 8 hits over 6 innings. So he comes in, pitches for Augustine here, trying to change the complexion here. But the Orioles will bring a pinch hitter, and he knew they were going to bring somebody in. Could they bring in a Hall of Fame pinch hitter and Terry Crowley, who always seems to get the job done? Or you got a red hot Ken Singleton the bat, he will come in. So Singleton will come in, probably will move to right field. Runner on second, 2 out. Now, Eduardo Rodriguez doesn't want to make a mistake to Singleton here. Rodriguez from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive. Base hit. Dower had to stop. He'll go to third. Ball almost hit him. First and third, 2 outs. The Orioles keep the inning alive. First and third, 2 outs for Murray. 0 for 3. Rodriguez looks in from the stretch. First and third, 2 outs, and the pitch to Murray. That's a ground ball to short. Goes to second, and we head to the 9th inning of a 1-1 tie. So now the 9th inning, Ken Singleton will move to right field. Let's see if Carlos Lopez can go to left. He should without any implications. So let's see if that was the right move to have made. Anybody else can play left field. He's a 4. No, we'll have to stick with Carlos Lopez. We'll just flip over positions and play left. Makes him a 2, so that's fine. 2-4-3. Now for the Orioles in defense. Top of the 9th. Palmer stays out there. Pinch hitting for the Brewers, because you're not going to leave Andy Etchebarren out there anymore. They say the best hitter, hitting-wise, would probably be Dick Davis, who's better hitter against right-handed pitching. So he'll come in. He'll be the logical choice here. I guess unless you want to go Jim Gantner with only 97 at bats. What would you do? You know what? Let's not do that. Let's bring in Charlie Moore. So Charlie Moore will be the batter. That way it's catcher for catcher. and he kind of deserves to be in the game. So Moore will bat top of the ninth against gentleman Jim Palmer. 1-3-0 for Milwaukee, 1-6-0 for Baltimore. Here's the pitch from Palmer to Moore. And that will be a line drive base hit for Charlie Moore. How about that? He gets on. So now with Dempsey behind the plate, that's a -3. So Moore, if he can grab the lead, may have something going. He'll get a lead on we'll say a 1-12. We'll see if he can get it. Milwaukee may try, doesn't get the lead. Now in the ninth inning, Mahler 2 for 3. He has singled and homered. He will swing away against Palmer. Palmer from the stretch, pitch to Mulder, and that's going to be struck him out. Strikeout number 7, and now here's Don Money. Money to swing. Boy, he's been good this year. 1 for 3. Palmer from the stretch. Moore takes the lead off first. Pitches to Money. That's a fly ball to center. That's a tough play for Bumber. He's after hustle. He makes a great catch. Again, cannot teach speed as Bumbery ran it down for the second out. So with 2 outs, runner on first. Here's Cooper. Now, do you make any corresponding move? But Palmer says, no, leave me out there, coach. Runner on first, 2 out. Palmer from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Cooper. And that's ground ball back to Jim. He's a 2-10. He's not going to make the play and throws it away. Oh, a bad play from Palmer. He should have ate it and he didn't. So the veteran gets caught in the middle there. Cooper will head to second on the E1. Second and third, 2 outs for Heisel. And now Palmer's got a problem on his hands. Let's see if Weaver, who's normally a quickie when he comes getting someone out this game, will probably go with Don Stanhouse here. So Stanhouse comes in for Palmer. Pitching change here in B-More. Memorial Stadium, Milwaukee 1, Orioles 1. Second and third, 2 outs. Heisel to swing. Stanhouse hopefully not going to make any bad choices of pass balls or wild pitches here. Stanhouse from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Heisel. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. Lopez is there, makes the catch, and Jim Palmer pats Don Stanhouse on the back. It's a no decision for gentleman Jim. So now the new catcher is going to be Charlie Moore. Let's see if the Brewers need to make any other choices. That'll be the one thing I like to see him do is to get Mulder and put him somewhere where he's not going to hurt you. But unfortunately, he's going to hurt you probably no matter where he plays. So they'll leave Mulder out there, unfortunately. And Eduardo Rodriguez will still pitch for the Brewers here. We're going into the bottom of the ninth inning. Can the Orioles walk it off? Or will we have free baseball heading to the 10th? May to Sensei Lopez. Rodriguez with a windup. Here's the pitch to May. And that's going to be a catch. Axe behind the plate. Let's see. Oh, it's going to drop in front. Moore will make the play. Cannot make the play. He throws down the second. So May goes in the second. That's a huge error for the Brewers. So there'll be a hit and an error as a dribbler in front of the plate. Moore picked it up, threw it down the line. Cooper cannot get it. May goes to second, and the Orioles will probably pinch run here now. So the Orioles with an opportunity to pinch run. We'll see who has speed. Pat Kelly with a 16 probably can run, and he will come in the game. So Kelly will run for Lee May. So the winning run is at second for the Sensei. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound from the stretch in the pitch. And that's going to be a single to center field. That could score. Here comes the throw by Gorman Thomas. The throw home. Hold the trailing runner. He is safe, and the ball game is over as the Baltimore Orioles win the nightcap here by the score of 2-1. Orioles 2 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. The Brewers 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error. Palmer unfortunately gets a no decision. 8 2/3, 5 hits, 1 run earned. Made a huge error, but it didn't bite him. 7 strikeouts and a walk. Stanhouse will vulture that win. He's pitched a third of an inning, did not give up a hit, was there and got the win. Augustine pitched a great 7 2/3, 5 hits, 1 run was earned. ERA in 3 starts is now 1.50. Rodriguez takes the loss. He's 1-1. Doubles by Belanger. Home run by Mulder, and Mulder hit that in the sixth inning. RBIs by Mulder, his eighth. RBI by the Sensei, his fourth, and Dower's RBI was his second. So the Orioles win it. They'll go to 4-3. The Brewers lose it. They're 5-2. Let's look at our quick standings in the American League, and then we'll go ahead and jump out of here. We'll give you the next two games and what we do have planned for a special Monday night games when we get there. Boston still holds the AL East lead 5-1. Brewers are 5-2. Yankees are 4-3. The Orioles are 4-3. The Twins are 6-4, lead the West by a half a game. The A's are one back, the Angels one back, so the entire division is definitely within fighting distance. Mariners, Texas 2, and the White Sox are only 2.5 back. Let's look at now what we have planned coming up next, and we'll pick the best games on this Saturday. It will be, we do have the Tigers and Blue Jays, and then we'll have Tigers, Blue Jays, Rangers, Red Sox probably is your next game. And then we'll probably go ahead and auto again. No, we probably will play Cleveland, Kansas City. There's enough fans out there. And then the Mariners and Twins will go ahead and probably be autoed, probably, unless we show you the Mariners and Twins. We'll keep that in on the online and the extras what we have to do. But now Sunday's games, there is a doubleheader here, including the normal matchups, the Angels and A's, which is Ase and John Henry Johnson. Then it's Ken Krevick against Dick Tidrow in the White Sox Yankee finale. Cleveland, Kansas City is Garland and Leonard. Then it's Tigers and Blue Jays, Rosamond Clancy. These are the Sunday ones. The Brewers play the Orioles in a 1978 style single admission doubleheader. It's Haas and Bryles, Rapology, and McGregor to pitch. And then let's see, that should be everything else should be in the National League. Then the Mariners and Twins, they're playing a doubleheader in Minnesota. Pohl and Erickson, House and Johnson, that would be really tough to play. And then the Rangers and Red Sox, Doc Medich and Alan Ripley, believe it or not. It's a lot of games in the American League to finish Sunday. That'll be a tough stretch for me. Then Monday, folks, one game is scheduled. Everything else will be auto-played. It will be the Cincinnati Reds and the Los Angeles Dodgers. It will be our very first National League game of the season because it will be ABC Monday Night Baseball. We will do Monday Night Baseball each Monday on the schedule. We will play that. So we'll play those games on the actual schedule. So there's a National League scheduled from the main announcers. That will be the game you will see right here. So stay tuned for that. It should be pretty darn awesome. Again, we're only going to play that one game on Monday. Have everything else kind of get autoed in the schedule because it'll be a special Monday night. Usually, that people back in the day it was Monday night ABC baseball, so we'll have Dodgers and Reds play that one, and it will be Bill Bonham and Bert Hooton for that Monday night. We still have to get through the rest of Saturday and that really, really tough Sunday schedule. So thank you, folks, for coming in. Appreciate it. It's been a great night. For those who watch it afterwards, please please subscribe. I appreciate those who watched the last video. Gave me a couple hours of views. Please do that again. This has always been a great time to do this. Have a good time. ID Jester, how you doing? That's going to be it. Thank you for coming in, ID. This, of course, is the 1978 American League 1978 replay. I'm going to go play some Strat-O-Matic hockey in about 15 minutes as we are playing basically an all-star league, playing some of our own home brewed rules, and I really enjoy playing some of the old-time hockey guys and the current guys. We play about 8 teams each. A lot of it are franchises. Then you add kind of your own guys to the schedule. We use a cap of 250 goals between the nine wingers, and we use that as we use 3 lines only. Again, play a little faster, quicker. Still a lot of fun because you're getting a ton of shots with the All Stars. But yeah, I'm gonna start playing probably some hockey too on here, playing on the laptop, playing with the cards on the Excel even or something like that. If I can get that to work where it can be shown a little bit easier, because I got a nice apparatus that can do the card readings instead of actually using the actual cards. So that's something I've been pretty happy with playing a buddy of mine. Instead of picking out the actual action cards, we have an Excel programmed to actually run almost our entire game, and it's played very brilliantly and very well. So, it's my pleasure. Always appreciate you coming in. You're the man. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for liking. I appreciate that. We'll see you again for two more games in the future. Sorry I didn't see you come in. Wish I could talk to you more. Have a good night, and we'll see you more in the near future, as this has been an American League 1978 replay for April 15th, 1978. White Sox, Yankees, and the Brewers and Orioles. Have a good night, everybody.